Hi there and welcome everyone. It's Lavender Sky Panther with you on Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. Thanks for joining me here now for a fun little and hopefully quick and fun little card reading today. There will be a selected group if you like, or as always, feel free to stick around for the reading in its entirety. I do have 5 distinct groups today. I'm not showing them yet. I will in a second. So just as you look at the backdrop here, you can look at the candle or the little balloon dog, whatever you want. Whatever draws your attention. I would just, as I say these numbers, just see if any of them click with you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so just kind of capture it, which number or numbers you'd like. That's going to be your group of the day, or take them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're also going to have a couple of bonus cards. One card to set the tone over here, and a bonus card over here to the right behind the candle. All right, for starting off on the background, yeah, I do have this lovely apple candle burning. It doesn't smell like apple, however, the scent, it just looks like an apple. But we've got this red balloon dog toy, party balloon kind of toy. This crystal elephant, it's actually a salt or pepper shaker, I forgot which one. And we have this little plastic coin that says token of appreciation on one side, and I think on the other, what does it say? On the other side it says thank you for everything. Okay, I'll leave it on thank you for everything, and thank you for being here once again, whether you're new or returning here. All right, so starting off with this little plate, why do I have those set up? Well, I always go with my intuition, and that's what wanted to come out for the backdrop today. This lovely little party balloon dog, somebody made that for me and handed it to me in the store. As I've mentioned in other shows, I hand out little tokens. I've been doing it for over 10 years now. I carry, whether it's these plastic gold coins or paper hearts or real crystals or plastic gems, and lately I've been handing out little mini squeaky ducks. I had that in the previous show as just little tokens of appreciation, or I hand it to somebody saying just for luck or whatever. So the other day was the first time somebody gave me something back, and it was really, really nice. So this nice gentleman, fashioned this up, and he knows that I hand out these little mini ducks and other things. He's like, oh, you're the duck person. And so then he did this, and that's what he does out in the world alongside the job that he does, his normal day-to-day job. He'll randomly start doing these and give them to little kids or adults, whoever might need them. So just know that each of us has our, little talents, and we can share them out in the world regardless of what our quote-unquote job or career is. I say that, if somebody says, what do you do? I've gone into just saying I, spread joy and upliftment wherever I can, however I can, whenever I can. All right. So, and then the rest that we do is, kind of a bonus. Anyway, let's get into this actual reading now. And again, I'm just kind of centering here. Maybe there is something significant about an apple for you today. Maybe it's time to get a little healthier. You don't know where to start. Well, maybe just grab an apple. Green, red, golden, whatever you want. There's a lot of different varieties now. Cosmic, envy, jazz, so many different kinds, at least in, the Western world here. Anyway, just pick whatever fruit. Maybe that's a place to start. Also, for anyone that needs that reminder, of course, probably most of you out there don't need that reminder, but anyway, one person might. Also, maybe there's something significant about elephants for you today, or a little gold coin token, or this little party animal, party balloon with a dog. All right, let's start off here. Let me back up a minute, literally. I pre-shuffle the decks. Here's a little preview of the 1 through 5 that I just asked you to think of the number. And I connect in and shuffle before I select the card. And I do that this way because I don't really work with a tripod. I'm just holding the camera phone in my hand as I do this, and it makes it easier and a little quicker. So in the spirit of quicker, let's get to it. I have this card selected, and this is kind of like an overall tone for the reading if we need it. And it's a beautiful image of a deer leaping through the forest with ferns and other things in the foreground, and it's grounding. Now, there's also kind of like a bronze, it looks like a shield or disc, supposedly the sun. It is reminding me, right away of this coin echoing. So there's something about a gold or bronze disc or coin might be significant for somebody out there. But let me turn this over because it has an extra message here on the back. And I'm going to come in on the card, and it says grounding. Oops. It says, look closely at nature that surrounds you. See how the tree roots grow deep underground and how the branches reach for the stars. This balance is what allows nature to thrive. When you are walking in woodland, lie down on the soft leafy ground and listen to the heartbeat of the earth. Affirmation, I am grounded and strong. Okay, well, if any of you have the opportunity to actually do what they're suggesting and lay down in a woodland and, obviously make sure you're in a secure area, somewhere where you won't be pounced upon by, bears or mountain lions and things of that nature, or approached by poisonous snakes, make sure you got somebody watching your back maybe, or you just feel confident and nothing like that's going to approach you. That goes without saying, right? So that's just the first step. Grounding is our overall kind of message for as we go into each individual group. So let's get to number 1. Okay, if you chose that, it is lamb. Okay, and I'm kind of just going to do first impressions on these groups and leave it at that today. So if you chose this one, it's right away, it's just reminding me of, well, we've got a softness here. Maybe you're in touch with your kind of softer, fuzzy, or warm and fuzzy side today, or maybe you need to get there if you're not. Do something that is self-nurturing and calming, and that might be something like weaving. So this backdrop here, this background of the card, is reminding me of when you get like 2 popsicle sticks and you get some yarn and you start wrapping it around until you make this pattern. And maybe you use, what colors would you use? Here it's kind of multicolored. Would you go with like a monochrome? Like the backdrop is like all red. Would you just go with one color? Or would you pick different colors? What would they be and why? And how would you pattern them in there, right? Would you start with warm tones, more or less, toward the focus, and then go out to cooler colors, greens and blues? Or would you do the opposite? Start with, maybe greens and blues and move out to warm colors, that kind of a thing. Or alternate strands, just get real creative, I think, is the call of this card. Get crafty, literally arts and crafts, and let that be a nice kind of meditation while you do the crafts. Or do knitting, crocheting, whatever, Do something working with your hands, or beading work. There's a reason why the Native Americans, when they do all their beautiful beading work with jewelry, adornment, and things, it's very therapeutic. You just lost, you get lost in the zone as you thread the beads. You can also be doing friendship bracelets, whatever. So this is just a call maybe to get literally like crafty and do arts and crafts. Okay, now we're going to move on to pile or group number 2, and we have the cat and lavender, independence. And what I'm drawn to right away is the word independence. So if you read it all together real fast, it's independence. So are you feeling independent? Are you feeling confident and in your own power? Or are you kind of feeling beholden to too many systems? If we separate that word independence into 2 syllables, well, not syllables, 2 different words, we have IN and then separate it, dependence. So are you feeling independent, totally confident in and on your own self? Or are you feeling independence of something or someone else? So really look at your day-to-day and your life right now, and maybe just take a quick little introspection, kind of quick little review. What's going on? Are you feeling in a balance of where you are, confident, independent in and of yourself, and at the same time, maybe there's a system that you're leaning on that you need for right now, but you've got a nice, balance of the 2, or are you, too much one way or the other, or are you fully confident and independent, and you don't rely on anything else? The point is just feel good wherever you are, and if you're not feeling good with where you are relative to all of those things, what can you do today, whether it's a small action or a bigger one, to make sure you get to where you want to be? So I love the attitude of this cat. When you look at the face, and then this is a disclaimer, earmuffs for anybody. I'm going to use a swear word here. But looking at that cat, and most cats, I love their personality because they are fiercely, in a good way, independent, typically. And this face is saying 0 shits given. And I love it. There's absolutely a time to own that full-on cat, in you. And so, maybe get in touch with that. If you're maybe a little too nice and people-pleasing on the regular, maybe today's a day where you say, you know what, I'm going to unplug from all of that And I'm going to do the zero shits given except for if it's something that feels good to me and in my fierce independence today. So maybe think about that. If you're already in this kind of mode, then maybe it's just a call to pamper yourself a little more. So, the zero shits given attitude kind of does come with, it takes an effort also to have zero shits given and to turn your back on stuff sometimes. So maybe soften a bit, like, we learned a little bit with the lamb. Maybe we take a little bit of a lesson from the lamb and be that, independent character. You don't have to give the shits, but at least soften maybe a bit, pamper yourself. Maybe do a little lavender bath, or put water and throw some lavender in it, or pick a bouquet of flowers for yourself, something like that, in addition to staying fiercely independent, pamper and soften things around you. Okay? All right, so now group 3, this one says, what is mending? And we look here, and we have a flower, a heart, and it's a purple cone flower, and we have heal. But what I see right away is, and what's coming up for me, yeah, we've got kind of like angel wings implied in the background, healing. We've got like a moth or butterfly wings, more wings happening all over the place, and leaves and flowers, talking about healing, of course, the heart. This little symbol in the background can be looked at as like the 4 directions and like plant medicine, if we want to get into it that way. There's a lot of meanings, for the purple cone flower, even the color purple. We've got beautiful pink and green with the heart chakras here. So what I want to say, though, is the overall message with, beautiful little heart at the center of it all. The overall message that I'm feeling coming off this card for today is this flower really looks like, to me, and especially since it's white and we've got the black background, reminds me of the chrysanthemum stone. And look that up and the healing properties and the spiritual meanings of that. So that can mean so many things. It could mean good opportunities opening it up for you, good luck, and also other things to do with healing. So it's a big question to actually this little group is putting out the question, hey, maybe do you feel like pursuing this, and go look up, do a little search on what is chrysanthemum stone, look up the meanings and all of that, and maybe you might even want to consider acquiring one. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that for this particular group. All right, group number 4. We have this beautiful lion, and we've got some stones and some shrubbery. So we have lion, honor your soul and celebrate its journey. Now I like that they're spelling it the British way, because in American English there's no U. So I like that they put the honor you in there, right? So let's honor you, honor yourself, honor your soul and celebrate its journey. And I like this because even though we can assume that this lion is like on an African plain, but we also have kind of some interesting things happening, symbolisms. Now, this is not necessarily what's out in the African plain, but I'm just going to say what this card is invoking for me to talk about. So right away, these leaves are reminding me of maybe like a dry sage brush, not dry, a wild sage brush, or even more so, these little leaves are reminding me of like a miniature rose, like a little cottage rose plant. And so that implies healing and like a loving energy. And look at this lion is in touch with its softer side, just like the very first group, lamb, we were talking about the softer side. Even with group 2, the cat may be trying to get in touch with the softer side of that a little bit. Well, this is a big cat. And the way that the cat is looking, he's kind of like, he's not focused on any one thing. It's almost like he's daydreaming and letting his mind kind of go off into other places. In the background, the way these rocks are stacked up, that even looks like a ziggurat. I don't feel like this lion is even in like the African plains. It's like in a dreamlike world. Like even in the foreground, it looks like this rock is washing up in an ocean wave or something. He's really in between a few worlds, and is okay with it. He's still anchored in himself and grounded in that whole scene. So even this rock might be another message. Looks like black tourmaline to me, maybe onyx, maybe obsidian. So it might be something to look into about the healing properties of that. And you might want to have a little bead bracelet or get a little stone of that if you don't have one already. And if you have one, maybe keep it next to you today or in a pocket or something. So that's the only messages really coming off of that. But definitely honor your soul and celebrate its journey, and wherever that may be, and maybe consider where you are along that journey, or where you think you are along that journey. And then also at the same time, stay grounded, let yourself dream, and just really enjoy yourself and right now. Okay, that's it for that pile. All right, group 5. You've got a dragon here. You've got some fire, some wind, and you have a deep blue dragon. Keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. So right away, what is, the word safe has been so overused and propagandized over the last few years. I don't even want to hear anybody stay safe. If you do it, please don't say it around me. I'll try to not hear you. We are safe. We are protected in and of ourselves by virtue of who we are and our inner magnificence, our God spark within, and our protection without, if you want to say that. So the unity of the, kind of the archetype, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, it's all combined in one, but each individual part is in and of itself its own protection. So anyway, I just want to remind everyone, by virtue of who we are, if we know it, that we are always safe and protected, and we own it, then that's all we need. We don't have to rely on other props or looking anywhere else. Yes, we can pray for extra support if we feel we need it, but we got to remember we were given that gift to be it. We just forgot that we have that gift. So in this case, I don't want to get too deep any further on this, but it is true. Just trust that you are protected and walk on a path of light. And actually, once you know you are that God spark, everywhere you walk, you are light, and you can't help but walk on a path of light. So in this case, maybe a nice little friendly reminder for this particular group is to maybe light a candle, light some incense, anything to do with fire energy. If you have the opportunity to do like a campfire or bonfire, without burning down your surroundings, that to be safe, yes, and make sure it doesn't get out of control. But yeah, incense, this kind of reminds me of, on this left side of the card, of like incense smoke kind of furling or whatever. And actually, if you do light some incense, pay attention to which way the smoke is going. Is it just in a steady stream going straight up, or is it starting to swirl in different and magical ways? And maybe that's nice just to get lost in a meditation of watching where the smoke flows, right? All right, well, that's all I'm getting right now. I'm sorry, let me go back. Maybe there is something about this color of this rich indigo blue or navies or whatever today for you, or maybe you're more in touch with the warm tones and the fiery energies. Just pay attention of which one you're drawn to more today, and maybe let that guide your day and get in touch with those energies. And okay, well, that's it for the groups and the leadoff card. Now let's go to a bonus card and wrap this all up. Give me a second here. Sorry. Hopefully there aren't too many sounds scratching around when I do this while I'm holding the camera. I'm getting used to a new camera as well. Okay, here we go. We have number 61, which is also number 7. Once again, I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record to a lot of you who come back if you're returning here, but I do suggest to go to visit Australian blog site, Joann Sacred Scribes Angel Numbers. Type in the number 7 or 6 or 1 or whatever number you like, and you'll get the positive meanings, some really nice positive aspects and meanings of the number. But anyway, here we have what looks like, a turkey. Hang on, I don't want to burn the camera with the candle in the foreground. So, give with gratitude and grace. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And that's a great reminder. Give without expectation of receiving anything in return. Give freely and without conditions, without any strings attached. And that is the message that we will close on. So, thanks for being here, everyone, and have a glorious right now. And tremendous peace and love to you. Lavender Sky Panther. Bye.